Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ashton Brosnaham Stadium for tonight's matchup between Pensacola FC and the visiting Tallahassee SC. Players are still coming out on the pitch, and we're not quite ready to start, but I did want to introduce you to Tallahassee's roster before we get too far along. Representing Tallahassee this evening will be number 1, Xander Balog, number 2, Zuri Amici, 3, Reese Newman, number 4, Jeremy Capi, number 5, Bennett Mitchell, 6, Harrison Chapura, 7, Jao Felipe Almeida, 8, MT Kamaldian, 9, Caleb Eustein, 10, Diego Sanchez, 11, Hayden Fogel, 12, Joe Warren, 13, Luciano Schaffini, 14, Braden Paul, 15, Cameron Cannard, 16, Audie Garza, 17, Danny Malden, 18, Julian Marcos, and 19, Casper Volstein. We'll be right back with starting lineups for Pensacola FC. Bear with us in just a moment. Can you get the national anthem ready? Just whenever it's time. And fans playing in reserve tonight for Pensacola's Pelicans, senior men's team, will be number 9, Evans Ose Amanqua, 13, Isaac Kamara, 17, Kendrick Hernandez, 19, Balin Young, 24, Kevin Tollinger, 23, Felipe Lawal, and number 3, Kelvin Campos. Dean's the head coach of this team, right? Dean Logan. My boy. It's Dean.
Yes. Dean Logan.
Yeah. Players still taking the field. In just a moment, we'll do starting lineups and national anthem and get everyone ready for tonight's play. Stick with us, online fans. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's matchup between Tallahassee SC and your Pensacola Pelicans. We've already welcomed Tallahassee, but now let's meet the starting lineup for your Pelicans, who are coached by Dean Logan. Number 1, Gabriel Mendoza. Your captain, number 21, Aaron Boateng. Number 7, Cy Fontenot. Number 15, Campbell Young. Number 18, Rafael Esteves. Number 11, Kenta Yagi. Number 9, Yip Vandenessen. Number 14, Chete Molina. Number 22, Darian Rivera. Number 8, Marcus Pereira. And number 5, Marcos Garcia. Fans, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. We're on a tight ship here. And with that, the online fans, thank you for joining us. This is Willie Tubbs sitting in for Justin Whitkin, your normal play-by-play and commentator rolled into one. I am not a play-by-play and commentator rolled into one. I am joined by Pedro on commentary tonight. We're excited to bring you a great matchup between the second and third place teams in division, although that's a little misleading. Both teams have games in hand against first place Panama City. Tallahassee enters in second place with 16 points, 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 20 goals for, 8 against. That's a plus 12 goal differential. They are technically in second, although we have 2 games in hand with 13 points sitting in third at 4-0-1. So no losses for Pensacola FC. The 1 draw was against Tallahassee earlier this season. 27 goals for, 2 against, plus 25 goal differential for the men's senior team here in Pensacola, with 3 games in hand against Panama City, who has 16 points with a 5-2-1 record and a plus 5 goal differential. Pedro, should be an exciting night. This is the big rivalry match. One of the 2 key rivals for the men's team, joining Union FC being the other. Union out of Mobile. Not on the pitch tonight. It's Tallahassee, longest tenured rivalry in the history of Pensacola FC is which this team. We've actually jumped leagues together in the past. So what are you looking for in tonight's matchup?
So I'm looking for a good game. I saw that the first game they tie. According to some people that watched the match, they said that there was a lot of fouls. It was a very tough game, so we should expect a lot of red cards, a lot of strong plays by the defenders on the players. I'm looking forward to some players in the Pensacola FC. Marcus, for me, is the best player of this team. He's the creator. He's the midfield. He's the number 8. So Marcus Pereira, for me, is one of the teams. Also a former UWF player. We also have the UWF captain, which is Rafael Machado. And we also have some other players like Sai, which are very important from this attack. He's a very fast guy, so I'm looking for some of these guys tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot of great. Making sure my voice wasn't going through this microphone that goes into the house. In case I say something I'm not supposed to the house. No, I'm kidding. I apologize for that little flub, folks. We're getting ready to start. But yeah, I'm excited. I know familiar. Those of you who don't know me, I am the faculty athletics representative at the University of West Florida, where Pedro attends as a student, and Jada Lett, our production assistant, also attends as a student. In fact, both major in communication, which I teach. So we're just one big happy family here in the press box tonight. I know many of these players from their time either currently or previously at UWF, and we are underway. There's your opening whistle. Ball to Tallahassee. That's number 4, Coper with the ball. He gives it back to Amici. Amici to the far side. Amici has it back. Looking to build from behind. Garza has it. Garza puts it down, but Boateng is in place. Boateng looking upfield. He is the captain for Pensacola FC. Sends it deep, but it's out of bounds. Ball will be thrown in by Tallahassee.
Yeah, we see that Pensacola is going to play the same formations it's have been playing the last games with 4-2-4, with Chante is one of the attackers we see right now, but he usually comes back as like a attacking midfield to try to come back a little more to help create the game.
Tallahassee has the ball again, sends it up. Cy Fontenot jumped in front of that, gets the possession. Marcos Garcia brings that field away, kicks it forward, but knocked out of bounds by a a Tallahassee player.
A curiosity that I can bring to you guys is that the Tallahassee number 10 is actually a left back. Usually, you guys are more used to seeing players using number 10, something like Messi, Neymar, Yamal, like usually players that attack. But no, for Tallahassee, the left back is number 10.
It's an interesting instruction for our fans who are still learning about the culture of soccer. Is some of the jersey numbers have a distinct meaning, very similar to basketball, where 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 means something outside of a jersey number. If you're playing 1 in basketball, you're a point guard. 10 is almost always your attacking player. And some people are familiar with that, but there are also 8s, 9s, and 10s, and 11s. Everyone has a thing to do on the soccer pitch.
Yes.
And they all have a different role to play.
So it's
So number 10 is Diego Sanchez for Tallahassee. He is controlling a lot of the action so far in the early goings. Ball over to the right side. That's number 7, Almeida. Almeida to Cope.
It's because usually the number 10, whenever you go to a match, talking like personally, whenever you see the number 10 of the other team, you're going to expect him to do the most things. You're going to expect him to be the most creative player.
Molina kicked that.
I got surprised by that kick and like got me confused on my.
Go ahead. That was Tite Molina who really had put some power behind that kick, but there was no one down there to receive it, and it went out of bounds for a goal kick for Tallahassee.
Yeah, Molina had a great participation last game with a lot of participation on the ball. Help with one of the goals. So I'm also expecting a lot from him today. He wasn't here the first game that I started, but I heard a lot of good things about him. And the last game that I watched, he really impressed me. So I'm expecting a lot from him too.
That was a throw-in. Was that Machado?
That was Machado. He
Machado
has a
throw-in.
very strong hand. He can throw that throw in very far. Which I gotta say last broadcast that we were doing, I call throw in free throw by mistake. So
It's quite okay.
I apologize for whoever was watching that.
It's a combination of a free kick and a free throw. Throw in, free kick, it's all the same. We know it. Yagi wins possession of that ball. But Tallahassee with 3 defenders back is able to get it back. It's number 15, Kennard with the ball, but he loses it to 15. Campbell Young out to side. Fontenot has a first shot on goal. It's saved. Yip Van Den Essen, had a chance on the rebound, but the ball went wide right. First real opportunity for either team this match. A good one, but nice diving save on Fontenot's attacking strike by the Tallahassee keeper. That's number 1, Xander Balog.
That's why it's always important to pressure like that, just like you see right now, because you get the ball right close to the goal, so it's a very higher chance for you to score. So keeping that pressure is gonna give Pensacola some more chances to score the goal.
Here's your man to watch, Pereira.
He promised you a goal today, so I'm expecting a goal from him. Or assist is fine. Assist is good for me.
Go! Pensacola FC.
Eep, number 9.
Yep, Van Den Essen, number 9, with an assist from Marcus Pereira. It's 1-0. Pensacola.
Yeah, he promised you a goal. Assist is not bad.
We'll take assists.
And like we saw from the women's game, an early goal can change a lot of things. Can change whatever the opposite coach is playing, and we can see some different soccer right now.
Well, Pedro, true to what you said in the pregame before the match started, is that Marcus Pereira, former UWF captain, West Florida Argonaut captain, is a captain, though not wearing the captain's armband, is still a leader on the pitch. He makes things happen. He's an organizer, and he certainly did organize that. Found Van Den Essen right on, just gilded it for him to score. And also a great finish by Van Den Essen.
Another pressure by Pensacola FC that gave the opportunity for Marcus to get the ball and send it right to Ip.
A little bit of rough play that you also predicted, Pedro. Leads to an early foul. Collision there between a Pensacola player and a Tallahassee player. Referee gets right in between them. He must have known about the rough play in the previous match as well. Had a quick scolding from 2 people. A good referee will get a lot of that under control early in the match so it doesn't spiral from there.
Now depends on how the game goes. It's gonna get even tougher, because with this earlier goal, either the other team is gonna have a good mindset, be patient about it, and try to play with the ball, or if they're gonna lose that mindset and start hitting the players of the Pensacola FC. So it's either 50-50, and we're gonna see how it's gonna go.
Amici got the ball back, sent it to Balog. Out to their number 10, Diego Sanchez. Sanchez intercepted by Darian Rivera. That ball goes out off of a Tallahassee player. Will be a throw-in for the Pelicans. Keeping a methodical tempo so far early in the match. There's Pereira getting in position again. Threatened. That ball was passed back to Balog by Amici. Keeper had no option but to kick it out of bounds for a throw-in for Pensacola. Nice tackle by Sanchez. A rough tackle, but a fair tackle. Fair play. Campbell Young battling with Sanchez. He gets the ball, kicks it off of Sanchez, out of bounds. Touch. A throw-in for Pensacola.
Yeah, we see a good start from Pensacola. A lot of pressure. There's not being a good transitions for Tallahassee FC from the midfield to the attack. They're not being able to get through there, and they're actually kind of losing the ball every time they're trying to do this transition, which is good for Pensacola and not good for Tallahassee.
And we're on the run again. This is number 11, Kentiyagi. Nice threatening position. Battling with number 4, Capay. Pass to the referee at first. Molina with the ball. Sends it back there, but not much danger there. Sander Balog able to bring that in for an easy save. And now Tallahassee's on the attack, trying to come up with a counter. They're in a threatening position, but Boateng, nice header to get the ball to a position of relative safety.
Number 7 of Tallahassee was open by himself the other side, so if that pass was good, it could be a really dangerous place for Pensacola.
That's why Boateng is back there. One of many reasons he wears the captain's armband. Great leader, great defender. Always aware of what's going on the pitch.
Good control by side. No, not that's Marcus.
No chase. Boateng again gets the ball, sends it back up the pitch. Campbell Young with it. Machado gives the man in charge of setting up the offense. Pereira. Back to Campbell Young. Young sends it to Marcos Garcia down the right side. Marcos sends it in, looking for Ip again. Couldn't quite get the powerful strike he did for his goal a few minutes ago. Pedro, I've heard it said in soccer, the 8 to 10 minutes after you score or are scored against are key in developing a match. It's important to keep your head for those 10 minutes and not allow, if you've given up a goal, not allow another, and if you've scored a goal, to keep the pressure going over that next 10 minutes. It looks like that's what Pensacola is up to.
No, yeah. What we're gonna try to do now is control the game. Whenever you up, the most important thing is try to close the game, try to control it. Don't let the opposite team have much chances, and that's what Pensacola is gonna try doing right now. They're gonna play their game. They're not gonna be as tough as they came for those first 10 minutes, but we're still gonna see some good quality from Pensacola. I really like the midfield with Marcus and Campbell because they're able to do everything. They're able to do close passes, long passes, through balls, shooting, and whenever Chante comes back, it helps them even more, being able to create more chances for Pensacola.
Yeah, there's a bad kick by the Tallahassee keeper, sent the ball out, so Pensacola gets a throw-in that they didn't really have to win, they just received it. Campbell Young had a nice go, but he fouled before he got that shot off. Getting a talking to from the referee about rough play. I would definitely see Young's point, just a shoulder-to-shoulder contact that he got the better of.
if I was there, I would not recommend them to start complaining to the ref, because if the game actually gets heated and the ref already is going to get heated with the game, start by complaining to him already is not going to be a good thing, because he can start handling yellow cards and maybe even red cards if it's the foul is even a little bit harder than it's supposed to.
And it's something I've often observed just as a person on the sideline at soccer matches, that referees in soccer take a little more abuse than referees in almost any other sport that happens in America. But they have their limits as well, and you don't want to be on their bad side.
And
it's definitely a matter of knowing when to argue and when not to.
And they should know how to control the game, because if they're not able to control the game is just going to get lost and ugly.
Garcia and Van den Essen were trying to set something up down the right side again. Van den Essen is just an active player in the attacking position. He's been down there 3 times already and has a goal. The goal that was scored at about the 5-minute mark.
Whoosh.
But Molina was trying to sneak in and take it easy. It would have been just him and the keeper an opportunity.
For a second, I thought he gave the ball to Molina for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what can happen, yeah. Those times Gabriel got to be the one talking to his defense, not letting them get disorganized and have those true balls happen to them.
Mendoza, solid keeper for Pensacola, was with us last season as well. Mm-hmm. Had a great season.
He's been sharing games with Thomas, which is also a UWF player. Last game Thomas played, and this game he's playing. Lucas.
Molina trying to dribble through several players, and he did. Ball went out. And are we doing a goal kick or a corner kick? I didn't see a signal.
I think it's a corner kick.
It is. Ball out brings up. Ball out brings up our first corner kick.
Machado on the ball.
Corner kicks always brought to you by the Kelly Group at Morgan Stanley.
Machado very, very good in those long passes. On free kicks, he's very good on what's called stop balls. What is it called?
Free kicks or corner kicks.
Like when he's like all of that together.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know free kicks and I know set pieces.
Set pieces.
There we
go.
Set
pieces, yeah. Set pieces.
Set pieces.
Set pieces is corners and free kicks are all together. Right?
I got you, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. He's very good on set pieces.
Passing is a little bit sloppy for Tallahassee.
Ooh.
That should have been a foul. Number 4. He said he got the ball first.
Not enough for a yellow card, but he's starting to get there. The game's going to even get heater with time.
I don't know if he's calling for a foul or if it's just ball out. I think he said that the tackle was clean as number 4, P, was able to get ball before he collided with Yagi. Pereira, wonderful move, just pirouettes around, gets the ball back to Boateng. Boateng to Mendoza. Mendoza, capable of setting his offense up as well, sends the ball way upfield to Molina. Molina now battling with his fellow number 14. That's Braden Paul for Tallahassee. Paul gets the better of it, but Pensacola had the ball back briefly. Now it's Tallahassee has secured possession. P settles his players in. Boateng, Joe Warren for Tallahassee was trying to make a little run, but Boateng sent the ball away.
Not a good control for the number 7.
Almeida has it. He sends it to the middle, and again it's sent away by Boateng. There's a player down for Tallahassee. I can't see his jersey number. Campbell Young now sends the ball well out of danger. Up to midfield. Diego Sanchez has it, and he's going to drift back to the midfield stripe. Amici now has it. Got his pass from Capi. Back over to Sanchez. Sanchez brings the ball up the left side. Trying to make something happen, but the defense is very active for Pensacola. There's Cy Fontenot doing work. Rivera had it, lost it.
And that's a nice
Number
play.
15, Cameron Kennard, missed a pretty advantageous goal there. Someone got a cleat or a hand on it for Pensacola because they're setting up for a Tallahassee corner, their first of the match at about the 17-minute mark.
When it's a game like that, you gotta make those goals. You can't let the other team have much opportunities, and when you have your own, you gotta score. That's what happens in the World Cup. A lot of teams are not taking their opportunities, and they are leaving with a tie or even a loss.
Kennard sets up for the corner. The offering sends it into danger, but the header, I believe that was by Audie Garza, goes out of bounds for a goal kick to the Pelicans. Mendoza giving his players a little bit of time, but he takes the quick kick, sends to Boateng. Boateng to Machado. Machado looking upfield. Has Yagi. Yagi gives it back. Nice overlapping run. When Amici steps in to get the ball back for Tallahassee to midfield, there's Pereira. Lets the ball go off his back. Fontenot with a runner. Great speed, and there's another goal.
Nice goal. I think I know by Fontenot.
Pensacola FC. Cy Fontenot in the 18th minute.
I think I know about Fontenot is that he's gonna run for that ball and he's not gonna miss. He was the player that scored the most goals, not last season, the previous season for the Pensacola, and was the MVP of the season for the Argos. He doesn't miss. He's a great player. Unfortunately, he's not playing for the Argos anymore, but at least he's showing off his talent here in the Pensacola FC stadium.
Think about those guys who've had 4-year careers and they're just done with their collegiate eligibility playing in this league. They've got the growth and development that happens from freshman to senior year as a college athlete really gives you an advantage against the younger players.
It does. And the experience too, to not miss a goal like that. Like I told you, you're not supposed to miss those opportunities. And then Cy Fontenot show him that next time, he better score that. If no, we're just going to amplify the advantage.
They're trying to amplify it right now.
Kenta,
he's got another attacking opportunity. Lost the ball. He was in among two defenders. It's tough to pull that off. Mendoza called upon to use his feet here. A long pass back from a teammate. He gets it set up. Garcia down the right side. Fontenot was down there again, paying attention.
Another shout-out player, Cy Fontenot. Said previously, and he scored a goal.
Fontenot is Pereira with a foul.
Not enough for a yellow card, but it's already getting some fouls. The refs already started to see what's going to happen. And
just talking to slight discussion with the ref.
And Marcus discussed with the refs a lot of times. I've seen him getting yellow cards. Even he had a red card in the 3 games ago. Wasn't able to play against Gaffa and started playing back last game against Panama City. But Marcus, in a game like this, he better not talk too much to the ref. You know he's gonna get a free yellow card to him.
We don't want any of those if we can help it. Free kick. It's going to be 15. Kennard taking. He's their set-piece specialist. He takes the corners, and he takes the free kick here. Sends it down into a running wall of players. The header went off of a Tallahassee player. I'm trying to get his jersey number. He has not yet turned for me to tell you who it is, but it went out of bounds for a goal kick. It was number 16, Garza.
So wanted to welcome in all the Tallahassee CS fans that are watching the broadcast. Thanks for staying with us here.
Yeah. Pensacola FC, we pride ourselves on being kind. We don't besmirch anybody who joins us from the opposition. We love everyone watching our match. Granted, we are unabashedly pro Pensacola, but that doesn't mean we have to be anti anybody else. We call good plays when we see them. So thank you for joining us. Number 10, Diego Sanchez has the ball. Now it's 14, Braden Paul with it. Sends it back to Amici. Amici working out the shape that he wants. He has it. Eustine had it. Sent it up the field. 22 for Pensacola. Darian Rivera sends that ball out of bounds to turn away whatever Tallahassee was trying to develop. But a throw in for Tallahassee nonetheless, and here it is. They send it toward Molina. Campbell Young was in position to send that away, and now a run developing by Marcos Garcia down the right side. It's a dead sprint between he and Sanchez. Ball goes out for a throw-in, though, Tallahassee. Sanchez did a good job there staying between Garcia and the ball. Another speedy guy on the outside. Fontenot back down to put some pressure on the inbound throw. Nice header from Tallahassee. Sets up a good attacking opportunity. Number 7, Almeida had it. Sent it.
You got Pensacola's defense a little disorganized there, but there was no one
got in the way, kicked the ball out of bounds to make sure nothing more came of that, at least for the moment. Third corner kick of the match. We're at the 23-minute mark. 2-0 Pensacola. Had a goal in the first 6 minutes. And about 5 minutes or 6 minutes ago, we had a second off of Cy Fontenot. Yep, Van Den Essen had the first.
Remember that whoever wins this game takes a trophy home, the 850 Cup.
850 Cup is on the line at the moment. Kennard sent that in, but no one was able to make much of an attack out of it. But possession stayed briefly with Tallahassee. Now Campbell Young has it, sends it downfield. No one there to get it, but he does end the danger. Amici has it. Ball to Kennard. Kennard to the middle.
Ooh.
That was a high cleat by someone from Tallahassee. Just about got
a through ball.
Just about got Rivera in the head. Now Boateng sends the ball back across the midfield stripe. Amici sends it back into the Pensacola half. Pereira gathers it. It's being triple teamed. Machado again fires the ball well downfield.
Sometimes it's better to release the ball like that than having a pressure, giving them the chance to get the ball closer to the goal.
Correct. Not ideal for a counterattack, but it will end the danger for the moment and allow you to get some shape and some structure to your defensive approach. Tallahassee, though, keeping the pressure on. Here's Almeida. Goes to P. Molina, lets that ball come to his feet. Runs all the way over. Forces Tallahassee to put some pressure on him. Joe Warren ran over to ensure that Mendoza actually picked the ball up. Long send to Fontenot. It's on, and he has Fontenot's foot. Fontenot has a go. Nice attempt by Fontenot. Couldn't quite make the connection with the trailing Van Den Essen. But Van Den Essen makes a pass to Kentayagi, who sends a great ball, just misses wide right, thanks to a save that does give us a corner kick. That's another Pensacola FC corner kick, brought to you as always by the Kelly Group, Morgan Stanley. Machado jogs over. We saw in the women's match earlier, the Pensacola FC women keep a very deliberate, upbeat pace. The men, I should say not a deliberate pace, a very frenetic pace. The men take a little more time to set things up, a little more deliberate. Both approaches are proving effective. Machado, nice corner kick, and it goes out for another.
No, it didn't touch him.
It just curled right around. Go ahead. Goal kick. Xander Balog, keeper for Tallahassee. Gets it to Capay.
Oh, man.
Lustine had it. Send it. That might trickle in. Oh, another golden opportunity for the team wearing gold, but they couldn't quite make connection. And in fact, it's double bad. That was going out for a corner, but the player came sliding in to try to get the ball snuck past a diving Mendoza, and instead the ball went to the fence here at Ashton. Brosnaham leading not to a corner, but to a goal kick for Pensacola FC. So that was a unfortunate series of events if you're a fan of Tallahassee.
For us?
Here's the kick from Mendoza. Ball bouncing around at midfield. Marcus Pereira and Campbell Young both there. Pereira gives it to Rivera. Back to Pereira. Molina was in there as well. Ball lost. Pensacola gives it back to Tallahassee, but the header out. Well, Rivera tried to head the ball out of bounds, but a Tallahassee player snuck in and got the ball back to midfield, and Tallahassee continues the attack. A lot of possession the last 20 or so minutes for Tallahassee, but so far nothing's come of it. Great defensive effort led by Gabriel Mendoza and Aaron Boateng.
Hey, Mr. Tubbs, I just want to shout out to Tally Stalk, because apparently our roster for the Tallahassee is not updated, and she's sending one by one for us to know exactly who we're looking for. Can you write that for me? Yeah. All right.
Well,
I'm sorry for all the Tallahassee fans.
Tallahassee fans, I apologize if I've gotten the wrong names. We will get those sorted out by the start of the second half for sure.
Thank you so much for Tally Stalk.
Yeah, thank you.
For sending the updated
We always
roster.
welcome anyone who can get us the most up-to-date information.
So now the
For now, I'm not going to call anyone's name. I'm gun shy. I'll call them by position. Tallahassee does have the ball. Approaching the 30-minute mark in the first half. Still 2-0. Has been for about 10 minutes now in favor of Pensacola. Tallahassee attacking. Campbell Young got a cleat on it. Cy Fontenot winds up with a loose ball. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Tallahassee.
That's the thing about Saifono. He doesn't stop for a second. His stamina is just another level. I've watched him play. I play with him and I play against him. He doesn't stop running for a second, which is kind of annoying for the defense players.
Always keeping pressure on. Speaking of pressure, Molina was on it. Molina putting pressure on that defense, trying to get the ball in front of the goal. As Pedro mentioned earlier, that's your job if you're down there. It's a whole lot easier to score goals when it's you point blank against a keeper. Mendoza gathers that in.
We're doing a good job of pressuring right now because they had to send those through balls to no one, because we're pressuring so good and we're so organized that they're trying to find ways and they're not being able right now. They found some good plays that they haven't scored, and I would advise them next time they have a chance to try to score to get closer to whatever it is right now.
Kentayagi battling with two Tallahassee players.
The broadcast, some humans and some human voice. Thank you so much.
I appreciate all the kind words and feedback we're getting tonight from our viewers. We are the substitute crew.
Yes.
We are. Justin Whitkin will be back next match and will doing his normal passionate job. He is on the road tonight.
Yeah, we're doing probably a more technical, and Justin is more funny.
Yes, we want to be entertained, and Justin is a very knowledgeable soccer man as well.
He's a really good mixing the technical with the funny part of the thing.
Correct.
So you guys are going to have a lot of fun.
He is a two-in-one play-by-play and commentary and stand-up. Here's Cy Fontenot again down the right side. Dribbles around. The defender puts the ball in the middle, looking for another. Ooh. Oh, that was a beautiful go by Kentayagi. Just couldn't quite get the ball to sit down the way he wanted it to. Fans of that whistle, we've reached the first half hydration break. And at the 30-minute mark, referee blows the whistle. Teams go to the benches for the controversial, as we discussed in the first match, hydration break that now exists in all levels of soccer, even at the World Cup, where the purists say, "How dare you take a break mid-match to drink water?" That's
Yeah, for those who weren't here in the first game, we were talking about how the hydration breaks not only for the players to hydrate themselves and try to run a little bit from the sun, but also is a good opportunity for the coaches to give more tactics and more instructions to their players. Like now is a good chance for the Tallahassee coach to give some more instructions how to create more plays, and for the Pensacola FC coach to try to give instructions for their players to defend better and try don't not letting the Tallahassee players have some space.
I got to think if you're Pensacola, everything's been going so well, you almost don't want the break because we want to keep the pressure on.
Yes.
But
that breaks good.
But safety first. I joke, by the way, fans. Don't anyone think I'm actually in favor of the people becoming dehydrated. I'm just joking because I know how sports purists are. I am one of those, and we've never had these before. Why would we need them now?
But that's important hydration break for Pensacola because
right.
we saw that Tallahassee was making some plays,
Very
some that
true.
they could have scored, but they unfortunately for them they didn't. And now coach gotta work on that and make sure his defense is organized all the time. We shouldn't expect any substitutions right now. I think both teams are doing a solid job. And if no one's is feeling hurt or anything like that, same team should come back to field.
Yeah, you would think by this point in the season, everyone's fitness level is at the point it needs to be to go an entire match if called upon to do so, and certainly in the first 45 they can make that. There's the whistle from the refs as everyone goes back to their respective places, and play will resume. After a brief break. Rough play, but fair play throughout this first 30 minutes.
Like it. We were expecting a tougher game with more heats on the ball, maybe some other yellow cards, but nothing. Everyone's been playing a fair game, which is important for the sport. We don't want to see anyone getting hurt.
Exactly. And Tallahassee will get the goal kick when play resumes, and there it is. They're going to try to build from the back. Okay. I've gotten my updated list of people from Jada. I will try my best to get it together. There's another foul called. Okay, here we are. Tallahassee will get the free kick. Number 4, that's Jeremy Cape. Gave it to Diego Sanchez, who's number 12, and he had to go, and it goes outside. By the way, number 10, who we've been bragging so much about, is not Diego Sanchez, and we apologize for that clerical error on my part. Number 10 is actually Take Kamaldian.
So number 10?
Yes. Kamaldian. That's a great last name, which I'm hoping I pronounced somewhat correctly. Fontenot down there again, battling for the ball. The Tallahassee player gets it. Wait for him to turn. There's Pereira. Number 14, Joe Warren. Joe Warren is a tall gentleman. He's been the guy that's been trying to get on the end of headers on set pieces. Is Tallahassee.
Ooh, what a
there's
goal.
A goal from number 9.
But what a goal. You don't see that type of goal every day. That's a nice goal.
Number 9 is the one player, I think it's number 9, unless it was number 8. He had a goal to them. It is now in
One
the
thing that I
36th
usually don't
minute.
like is that through ball that the defender gave it to number, I don't know, I couldn't see whose number was. But still, he gave a nice pass to number 9, and what a goal. What a finish. No chance for Gabriel right there. And that's what Tallahassee got to do. They got to try to build and get closer to the goal to make those chances.
If
At
our
least
friends Whoa, a little rough play going on. Campbell Young on the ground.
Now that the
And
game
there's the yellow card.
first yellow card. Now that the game is tighter, for me, Justin says 2-0. For me, 2-1 is the closest. Is the what's
Most dangerous
most
lead.
dangerous lead?
Yeah.
Because just one game, especially now that they scored, they're hyped, they're motivated, and Pensacola probably is gonna go down its level. Just gotta keep up with its mindset to try to keep the game going. Try to keep the lead in. If no, Tallahassee is gonna try to take his chances, and they might even tie the game.
If our friends in Tallahassee who have been kind enough to join us and give us an updated roster, I don't have number 9 yet, so I can't tell you the name of the gentleman who just scored.
João Felipe.
There we go.
By that name, he seems Brazilian. So
Well, now we've got
hoping to see some Brazilian go in here.
definitely a pro broadcast today.
João Felipe.
Pedro.
Yes, I'm Brazilian. So any Brazilian go, I'm happy, even though I'm. Oh,
Nice pass.
took it too
Molina.
long to kick that ball.
Yep, couldn't quite get it zeroed in the way he wanted it. Sometimes when it comes to
He is Brazilian, so he is Brazilian, Dr.
we go.
Tuff. So a Brazilian goal, I'm excited to see that. Even though here with the broadcast, we're Pensacola FC fans, we always like to see some good games. So we
Yeah,
always
we're
hope
all-
for the Pensacola FC win, but if there's a good game, we love to see that.
Well, we're also just soccer fans in general. We'd love to have, if you'd love to have us, we'd love to be there. You just call me and Pedro. We'll come call your match. We don't care
Oh
where you're
yeah,
at.
definitely anywhere.
We'll call for food and gas. It's a lot of fun calling matches if you let it be. See several players warming up for Tallahassee. Might see a late first half substitution.
And none for the Pensacola FC. Coach is probably gonna want to keep the starting team. Probably just give some other strengths just for them, because Tallahassee after the hydration break came better. You see how the hydration break is a good thing. After the hydration break, Tallahassee was able to organize better, and they found a goal.
That's right. They got themselves under control, organized. And there's a first sub for Tallahassee. Some people running in and out. Okay, now we're ready. Throw in for Pensacola. Ball over. It's going to be another throw in. Marcos Garcia will take it. Finds Van Den Essen. Back to Pereira now. Amici. Machado sends it to Boateng. Boateng tries to send it up at 15.
Ooh, that's probably a
Schiaffini.
red card, to be honest. Yeah, I
It'll
think it's
definitely
gonna
be a
give
card. It's a red
and
card.
a red card it is. Thomas is gonna probably have to warm it up and come
That's-
in for probably
Disaster for Pensacola, but
like I said for the other
life
game.
breathes for Tallahassee.
It was last man. That's definitely a red card. That's what should have happened to the other game. But according to the score, we understood the ref's call. But this game, since it's a close call game, he got to make that call in the red card. It's fair.
Mendoza sent off here in the 40th minute. There'll be a little bit more stoppage time in this half than in our first match, the women's match. Very little stoppage time.
Yeah.
Now, this is something as a keeper, and I was never anything. I've never played soccer. I've always just been a fan. I would not. The mental aspect of being a goalkeeper, you're planning on sitting today, and now you find yourself going in the match.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Not the best decision by Mendoza, but in a place like that, sometimes players just feels what he has to do, and at the moment he does something like that. It was a really bad pass for Boateng, which was unfortunate that lead to this play. But now Pensacola is gonna have to organize itself with one last player. Still has the lead, but Tallahassee came way better after hydration break, and they're probably gonna have a good time. Pensacola is probably gonna have a tough time defending them.
And now the real problem sets in is we don't actually have a backup keeper. Tomas is not here,
Actually,
and Boateng is now going to be called in as the keeper. Now you're losing your best defender. who now becomes the keeper.
Let me zoom into that.
That's as you see in the background there. That's Aaron Boateng putting on the number 1 jersey that Mendoza just took off.
Not only our captain is gonna be go, but our leadership in the defense is gonna be off. So Pensacola FC is gonna really have to organize that defense to come back. Cause after the hydration break, we didn't see Marcus, Campbell, or even Shante playing, which is the midfield is the heart of the soccer, and not having them playing good is not a good thing for Pensacola. So they're gonna have to step up, have a better game, and organization is key now.
It takes away a lot of options in your attack, and you can't be quite as cavalier in your runs when you try to score another goal. But this is what champions are made of, if you can overcome these types of obstacles. If not...
And we already see Boateng in the goal there. Yeah, our Pensacola FC captain. They're trying to make history.
Yeah, he's going to have to be the keeper. I'm sure there was a discussion made prior to the match because, I mean, obviously you would think Mendoza would just be the keeper for the entirety of the match. But you always sort of think in terms of injuries, and if there's an emergency, what do we do? And this would have been Coach Dean Logan's.
I'm going to be honest with you. In plays like this, I think the better decision is probably take the goal. Having one last player in probably entire half is not a good thing. They can get 2 players, especially without the backup keeper here. So again, I think it wasn't a good idea by Mendoza, but at the heat of the moment, sometimes you do things that you weren't supposed to. But let's hope Boateng can take the goal and do history there. It's very important for Pensacola not to take this goal right now, so they can try to organize its defense.
Hayden Fogel stands over the ball for Tallahassee for the free kick from just outside the box. 22 yards out. Fogel does not actually take that.
It was a good shot.
Great shot by Diego Sanchez, number 12, went just a little above the goal. Now here's something where Boateng won't have any difficulties is setting up the offense from his position and keeper. This part of keeping isn't such a challenge. He's very comfortable with the ball at his feet. So not as much adjustment needed in this area of the game. Boateng also gave the captain's armband to Pereira. You now see the bright green around the bicep and tricep, left arm there of Marcus Pereira, who will now be in charge of organizing things completely, offense and defense, and communicating with the referee.
Like I told you, I said that Kenta would go down on this one. Now he was changed. Then Eep and Sai are gonna be the attackers now for Pensacola FC, with Campbell and Pereira on midfield, and Chante doing kind of a left wing and midfield at the same time. So probably they're gonna do a 4-3-2 right now for Pensacola FC.
And playing defense becomes the priority when you're a man down.
Yes. You see Eep up more up front, and Sai and Chante going down a little bit more. So now instead of having 2 attackers and 2 at the sides, we're just going to have Eep there, trying his best to at least fight for some balls.
And we've reached stoppage time now.
Probably going to have around 2 to 3 minutes again. There wasn't much stop time.
Ball goes out.
And
Maybe a throw in for Tallahassee.
Yeah, I want to say sorry also to the guys on the stream, because whenever it gets dark like this, the stream just start getting focused, but I'm going to fix that right now.
That'd be a corner kick, excuse me. Corner kick for Sanchez. Boateng with a save, probably the first of his professional career, if I was to be a better. But he was equal to it. Now, Boateng's a tall guy. It's going to be a goal kick for him. And Boateng shouting instructions to his support staff here. Number 24, Kevin Tollinger, actually came into the match without me realizing it. for Pensacola. Big presence in the defensive backfield. Another foul brings a free kick to Tallahassee. They take it quickly, as you would in stoppage time, trying to find their equalizer before halftime is reached. Amici gets the free ball and build from the back. That's Tallahassee's approach. They send it to the left side. Ball goes to Aaron Boateng, who grabs it and falls down. Bit of a stalling tactic there. Not quite as artful as your standard keepers would do it, but it'll work. Beautiful punt all the way to the other keeper by Boateng. He's got that part figured out. Potential man of the match will be Aaron Boateng, depending on how this plays.
Another
foul by Molina, although he's going to argue he didn't actually do anything, but it's hard to tell from up here. It was not much of contact, but it could have been contact.
No, we're probably going to see a lot of fouls from Pensacola. They're going to try to stop as much counterattacks as they can, and probably second half is going to be tough.
Sanchez with the header. Boateng with the save. Sanchez comes in, forces him to pick the ball up. Boateng has probably the best boot of any keeper I've ever seen in this league in terms of getting the ball 25 or more yards past midfield when he punts. That's a push in the back by a Tallahassee player on Campbell Young.
Some people shouting out A50 Cup. It means a lot. There's a trophy here tonight for them.
Yeah, always want the hardware. 850 Cup.
Couldn't ask for more. 2-1 with one last player for the team with the advantage.
Excitement is abundant here at Ashton Brosnaham Stadium this evening. Not sure how much Young will show some interest. 3 players from Pensacola, including Pereira, but Young takes it. Sends it down to Van der Nessen. Molina loses the ball to a Tallahassee player whose jersey number I can't see. But Marcos Garcia very speedily down the other side of the pitch to the right side collects that ball to turn away any danger. Pensacola now happy to just play the ball forward. There's Molina.
Ooh,
Give and go to Cy Fontenot.
that's offside for a little bit.
Cy Fontenot just barely offside, although it looks like he was more offside if you see it, but it's because he outran his defender so much. One of the fastest, if not the fastest man on the pitch. A lot of speedy guys for both teams, but Fondo just that half step quicker, and that makes a difference. Warren with the ball. There's Marcos Garcia shielding. Machado. Ball bouncing around precariously. Molina, nice tackle by one of the Tallahassee players. I'll have to wait till he stands up to tell you who he was.
Probably going to be the last
number
play
is only on the back of him. 14. That's Joe Warren. A lot of big plays for the big man.
Pensacola not trying to rush, not trying to give the ball to
midfielder.
Tallahassee at this end of the first half, because it's very important for Pensacola not to get scored by right this first half. They're going to try to.
Another offside. That time it was Marcos Garcia who was about a half step offside. He had drifted a little too far ahead of the defending line, or the farthest back defender. Tallahassee, another opportunity here in the waning moments of the first half. Copy has it. But Campbell Young and Cy Fontenot and Garcia all take a turn getting the ball away from danger.
That's Pensacola ball. And
someone from Tallahassee got a boot or a backside on it because it's a throw-in. Throw-in for Pensacola.
Now we see Pensacola trying to lose some time. Like I said, it's very important for them not to get scored by right now.
Yeah, I think the Pelicans would be happy to just go in with a 2-1 lead and reconfigure what they want to do for the second half. And they'll get their wish because we have reached the half. And we've reached the half, fans, with the score. Tallahassee 1, your Pensacola Pelicans 2. We're on break for a few minutes, folks, but While you have a chance, go down to the Pensacola FC merchandise stand or concession stand and treat yourself to something to wear, something to eat, something to drink. Lots of good deals and great opportunities down there. We'll take an opportunity now to thank our main kit sponsor, Ailstock, Witkin, Crease, and Overholtz. Billions of dollars, that's billions with a B, of dollars recovered for clients. That's Ailstock, Witkin, Crease, and Overholtz, our main kit sponsor for this season. We'll be back in a few minutes with exciting second half action. Are we still on? And welcome back, fans of Pensacola FC and Tallahassee SC alike, as we prepare for the second half of this 8-5-0 Cup matchup. 2-1 Pensacola leads, but that's not the real story. The first half of the first half was all Pensacola. The second half was all Tallahassee, and Pensacola lost its keeper. Pedro, where do we go from here?
So first half was good. First 10 minutes we see a lot of pressure from Pensacola FC. We saw that there were a lot of plays. We saw our midfielder creating a lot of things. And unfortunately, after the hydration break, which is being a topic in all of the games here with me, Mr. Tubbs, that the hydration break is not only for the players to hydrate themselves, but it's also a chance for the coaches to give instructions and change some tactical issues that they had first minutes. And that's what happened with Tallahassee. After the hydration break, they came more organized, and not only did they score the goal, but they also took out our goalkeeper with a red card, which was unfortunate.
It is playing man down, and of course an adjustment. Coach Logan, Dean Logan, head coach of Pensacola FC's Pelicans men's senior team, chose to move normal defender and also team captain Aaron Boateng into the keeper position. He's definitely out of position.
Because whoever's not understanding, or backup keeper, Thomas is not here tonight. So our defender and our captain had to move back to keeper, which we can see there. Boateng, number 4, your original center back, is now being keeper, and let's hope for him to make history.
So far, so good. He has not allowed a goal. He's only faced maybe 2 challenges, 1 real challenge. And, of course, Marcus Pereira, number 8, is now wearing the captain's armband. He's already sort of an assistant captain anyway. When attacking, he is the one calling the shots.
A lot of experience, a lot of patience from Marcus. We see he's a very good player. For me, he's the most talented player in this team. And no one else, I think, could wear this band better than him.
Pensacola is back on the pitch. It does not look like Coach Logan made any changes at halftime. Same personnel who came off have returned to the pitch for Pensacola FC. Same looks to be true. I don't see any new faces for Tallahassee either.
Yes. Yeah, Tallahassee ended up the first half very good. I don't think it needs any change. I just think they need to press her a little more now that they have an extra player and try to score their goal.
Yes. It's going to be a lot of Pensacola defending, I would say, making good use of their best opportunities for counterattacks. And then Tallahassee trying to keep the pressure up and possess the ball and really make Boateng earn his keep tonight.
Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't have to go to that. Hope he doesn't have to work. So that's going to need a lot from Marcus and Campbell, which are not defensive midfields, to go back a lot and help with defense. And let's start second half.
Second half is underway. Pensacola has it. Pereira trying to make something happen. The ball is stripped away by Tallahassee. Tollinger sends the ball up to Pereira. Ball out to touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Pensacola. Early goings, 2-1.
For whoever doesn't know, that's this game is whoever wins is gonna take a trophy home. This is the 8-5-0 Cup because it's a rivalry of how many years, Mr. Tubbs?
I don't know how many years, but it predates this membership of either team in this league. Ever since I've been around Pensacola FC, they've always played Tallahassee, and it's always been a spirited match twice a year in every league. And here's a nice opportunity for Anderson, one-on-one, but just a step offside. Pereira not pleased with the offside call.
Like I said, Marcus got to stop complaining to the refs now, especially that he's the captain, because if not, the refs are going to get heated and start handing yellow cards for free too, especially Pensacola FC players.
That's a fact. We don't need any additional challenges if you're a Pensacola fan. And those of you who are watching from afar off, who have family members and friends who are playing, and you're watching our live stream on either team, yes. Tallahassee and Pensacola both exist in the 850 area code. I'm sure you probably could have guessed that on your own, but if you weren't 100% caught up to how America does phone numbers, and we have a lot of international listeners, 850 is the area code that both of these teams exist in, so it's the 850 Cup. Although my phone number is still 225 because I'm too lazy to get it. I've lived here for 10 years, and I've still got my Baton Rouge area phone that I got when I was 19. I've always had a 225 area code since then, and I'm just not changing it because I'm 45 now. We're out of 850s. Well, see, there you go. I couldn't got one anyway.
And you said to shout out to people watching, so I wanted to shout out to my parents, which are watching, and to my girlfriend, which are watching too.
That's what you call a man knowing how to make mama and daddy and girlfriend happy. That's the way we do things.
Got to shout out to them.
Players battling. Tallahassee comes away the better of it, setting up their attack. Pereira sneaks in, gets the ball, wins it back for Pensacola, sends it up to midfield. But the Pensacola player, it was number 5, Garcia, had already vacated the position that Pereira was passing to. There's a shot kind of toward Boateng, gathers it in, falls down. A very deliberate approach here for Pensacola, not to be nothing shocking about that. Boateng with one of the best boots of any keeper, because he's not really a keeper. He's a guy who plays on the pitch. So he is able to really send the ball down on his kicks and his punts.
And commenter said this is the 6th year.
6th year. Thank you, commenter. Well, I guess I've been to all of them. I just didn't realize. Okay. Here comes Cy Fontenot streaking down against 1v3. It's going to be hard to pull that off. And number 4, Kopp.
Now, players like Cy, like Marcus, are going to have to show a lot of resilience because they're both going to have to run to attack and run to defend, which is not an easy job for players like that because it makes them really tired overall, especially with one last player.
And speaking of shout-outs, I want to give a shout-out to our wonderful fans who've tuned in tonight who are commenting and keeping Jada active for sure. Thank you to whoever sent that historical fact. This is the 6th year of Tallahassee and Pensacola FC's rivalry, 2nd league. This rivalry's existed in. And I always think it's tough play, hard play, but it's usually fair play when these two teams get together. Both want to win, but there's class in both organizations. And the ball bouncing around. 24, Tollinger for Pensacola winds up with it. And he tries to set up an attack. Again, Pensacola playing man down. Ball goes out to touch. To be a throw in for Pensacola. We're going to have a whistle. I'm not sure if that's a substitution or just player too far up the pitch on the throw in. That's what it was. Pereira with a header, but it didn't head the direction he wanted, but he wins it back regardless from Mechi.
Now it's time for Pensacola players to show their
One.
that they want to win the game for real.
Absolutely. Pereira has it. Got it from Mendoza. It's Campbell Young. One good way to keep the pressure off of Boateng playing out of position in goal is to keep the ball on the other half of the pitch.
Yeah, and with the second half beginning, we could see some harder hits from both teams right now. So we're probably gonna get a heated game in this last.
We've got
30 minutes of game.
we've got a Pensacola player down. I can't see who it is from my vantage point. I believe it's number 9. Eep. Van Interesting. One of the goal scorers, along with Fontenot, and he's gonna have to step off. I think he just got. I'm gonna use a Louisiana term where I'm from originally. Fans, he got frogged. I don't know how else to say that. He got hit in the leg and it's causing a cramp. So now troubles continue to mount for Pensacola at the 50-minute mark. Still 40 minutes to play in this match. Long way from over. 2-1 advantage. But now one of your top goal-scoring threats is also off the pitch. Young sends it over to the right-hand side of the pitch. Garcia receives. 2 men on him, looking for Fontenot running through. Tallahassee sends that away wanting, but Campbell Young ends up with the ball. Tollinger now has it. Sends it to Boateng. One good thing about having a defender playing keeper, he's not worried with the ball coming to his feet. Sometimes goalies panic when they're asked to play only with their feet. But a defensive-minded player and a center back, no trouble there. Ball bouncing around in midfield. Number 22,
Bad touch.
Rivera had it. Tough luck goes out. Ball to Tallahassee, number 13, Fogel. Hayden Fogel with the throw in for Tallahassee. They're going to try the right side. That's Copy with the ball. Brings it across midfield.
Now we see when Pensacola is defending, they are 4-4-1 with Sai up front and all the other players down with.
Trying to create as much of a wall as they can.
Because not even that they don't want to get scored, because if they get tied, the other team's going to get hyped, and it's even harder for them to score again. So if they try to keep at least the win as much as they can, and maybe take a tie at the end, is not as bad, because they can take to PKs. If the game goes to PKs, do you know that?
No PKs in the regular season. It'll just be a tie. Ball at
Someone's going to take the
midfield.
trophy.
Someone would have to get a calculator out. I'm not sure. If it's,
Rock, paper, scissors.
right now, it's both teams have a point in this 2-match series.
Yeah, first game of the season was 1-1 in Tallahassee. No one took the win, and let's see if
I'm not sure what the 850 Cup tiebreaker sequence is. Amichi's going to chase down that ball and set himself up again down the right side. Warren has it. He gives it to a player on the far right side for Tallahassee, whose jersey number I've not yet been able to see. But Tollinger sends it away anyway for Pensacola. Up. Still not into safety. Number 9. Jao Felipe, the goal scorer in the first half for Tallahassee, had another run there. He snuck in, got the ball, made about 15 yards before Tollinger again turned him away. Ball out for a throw in for Tallahassee.
Yeah, now that's how most of the game's going to be. Tallahassee pressuring, trying to find a space to score, and Pensacola, if they can, counterattack to see if they can find something.
Cy Fontenot now has the ball. 3 men on him. They all know who the threat is.
Yeah, that's the man for counterattacks. He runs. He's good at finishing. So if Pensacola has a chance, it's probably going to be with Cy.
Tallahassee now has the ball. Back down to the Pensacola half. It was Fogel had to go, but the ball drifted far to the right and curled back into play. Header by Kamaldian. And Tallahassee has the possession again. And Fogel receives the ball. Gets back to Kamaldian. Back over to the right side for Tallahassee. 55 minutes have gone. Still lots of soccer to be played.
It's a lot of time.
Both in regulation and stoppage time, however much that winds up being. Kamaldian.
And that's why it was so
Almeida.
important to leave the first half winning, because the halftime coach was able to organize the team and not let any spaces go through.
Pereira choosing his spot, jumps right in there, gets the ball from among 3 Tallahassee defenders. He gives it to Cy Fontenot. Fontenot looking to make something happen. He has a go, but the keeper, number 1, Balog, was able to make a stop from a long distance, about a 24-yard attempt there by Fontenot. But a good attempt. The best attempt he was going to have, because there were those triple team was going to close down on him, so it was either now or never, and he chose now. One thing I love about Fontenot and many players on this team. Oh, the header going to go wide.
I wonder what
Tallahassee had a
about
threat.
it now.
Tallahassee had a real opportunity there, but the header goes wide. Number 16, Braden Paul, had a look. You can tell he's dejected, and that's okay, though. Keep your head up, young man. That's the way the match works. You just keep having your go if you're a Tallahassee player. You got to play your advantage. But back to my point about Fontenot, one thing I love about Fontenot and many other players that I've seen over the years, both at the University of West Florida and at Pensacola FC, the two tend to dovetail together, is they don't allow perfect to be the enemy of good. Sometimes a really good opportunity is better than a perfect opportunity,
Yes.
because if you wait too long.
Yeah, we
Never
saw
mind.
the women's game. One of their players took a shot in the middle of nowhere, and she had a pretty nice goal. So if Cy at least keep trying those those balls. Maybe one go in.
Yeah, just got to have a go. And particularly in this moment when you know you're by yourself up there as a lone attacker, it's not going to get any better. So just have a
No.
shot. Put some pressure on Tallahassee. Amici had to dodge that ball, almost hit him in the back. But he did get away from it. There's Almeida. Sends the ball looking for one of two players. I don't think either Tallahassee person knew who that was intended for. And now the ball is in possession of Pensacola, and Fontenot had it. He's pushed down from behind. He looks injured. Looks like he took a forearm to the back. Ball is now out. We'll see. The throw-in is going to be to Tallahassee, and whistle blows for the injured Fontenot. We're in bad shape here if we've got both of the goal scorers for Pensacola about to be off the pitch with injury.
And now we see how the red card made Pensacola change a lot. Chante, which is a very good, he was playing attack with Ip. Now he was closer to where the left back is. He's a good player with a lot of creativity, and not having him in the midfield is a waste of potential. But that's how Pensacola got to play to secure the win today.
And so now Fontenot comes off the pitch, and it looks like
Is that Kendrick?
Hernandez, another University of West Florida
Alumni. Graduated this year.
Take one guy off and put another guy on. I've seen Hernandez make some big plays over the years at the University of West Florida, where all three of your staff that is in the press box tonight either to attend and I teach at. I've seen Hernandez come off the bench for West Florida one match and score in about 30 seconds. He's a speedster himself.
Yes. He's a Sai. He's like Sai. He's good with the ball. He has a little bit more dribbling than Sai, in my opinion. Not as much speed, but also he's fast too. So it might be a good chance for Pensacola to change his tactic a little bit to see if they can find something in the counter attacks.
Yeah. It was a foul by Van Den Essen, who had been off with a cramp. He's back on the pitch. We're glad to see that. Has one of Pensacola's 2 goals, the first, in fact, at about the 5.5-minute mark in the first half. But he commits a foul there, and that sets up a free kick. This is a big challenge for Boateng, trying to set up a defense when you're not usually a keeper. Number 12, Diego Sanchez, is going to be the man who takes it out. He takes almost all of the set pieces for Tallahassee, although there are another couple players, and it is going to be Sanchez. He has a go. He bends it, but a little high, about 7.5, 8 inches above the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick.
And Mr. Tubbs, a fun fact for one of our fans said that Sai actually have played for both the sides in this rivalry. So apparently he has played for Tallahassee SC at some point.
Yes. And now he plays for Pensacola. I believe he's from Tallahassee, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure about that, but
see
that's actually a fun
if
fact
I can see our fans' fun fact and then send them another one back.
Do you guys, Tallahassee fans, miss Sai? Or you guys fine with being playing FC Pensacola?
Now you're trying to get people to say mean things on the internet now. No one would ever do that.
No, I know Sai is a good player, so I wanted to see how good they would talk about him.
I'm sure they miss him, but are happy to see that he's doing well here.
Ooh, good ball. And that's a
Big
nice
play.
touch. Nice touch by Marcos.
Marcos Garcia gets the ball out, and it's going to be a corner kick. But had he not done that, it was going to be a pretty easy shot at a goal. Boateng was in position. Tallahassee, this is, I think, their 6th corner of the match. They've gotten quite a few. They continue to put good pressure as they attack. Set up. I believe that's Sanchez down there. My angle is not the best from this one. Whoever took the corner sends it punched away by Boateng. Great job by the tall Boateng. Got up above everyone.
Good thing that he's tall, so he, at least for those kind of balls,
he just punched it away, and that's what I would recommend for anyone. Just get it as far away from you as possible. And a lot of power in the upper and lower body for Boateng. Pensacola now has possession, although it goes back to Tallahassee rather quickly. That man advantage is really paying dividends so far for Tallahassee, although they've not yet scored off of it. They've maintained possession, and they're playing all of their advantages as they should.
We see Tallahassee trying a lot, but Pensacola is just so well organized now that it's hard to find spaces to go through.
That's Pensacola's doing what they need to do as well, just to keep the.
It's a game of sacrifice. The Pensacola FC got to sacrifice themselves for that type of thing. Like I said, Chante is a very good and very creative player, but he's there defending, which is a sacrifice at the end of the day.
Ball went out for a throw into Pensacola. And I'm not sure which Pensacola player fell down, but they're making a substitution now anyway.
Eeps coming off, and
This might be Felipe Lawal coming on in place. I could be wrong.
Number 13.
Number 19.
19.
Balin Young. I had that completely wrong. I've seen Balin Young score multiple goals in multiple matches over the years here, over the last 2 seasons here at Pensacola. So not a bad substitution. He can definitely provide some fire off the bench.
And there we see.
Now just dribbling around, that's fine. Make Tallahassee
See?
and commit a foul. Good things can happen.
That's what I see. A player like Hernandez, he keeps the ball to himself. He's gonna try to get this foul from the team because both teams are heated right now. So keeping the ball to himself and controlling, having it close to him is gonna have more chances to get these fouls, and it's a good opportunity for Pensacola. Even though they're not gonna put so many people in the box, they still got a chance to do something.
Free kick in the area, about 10 yards away from what would have been a corner kick. So similar. It's a tough angle to take a kick from, I'll say that. It's not really going to bend into the goal from there. Pensacola commits 4 or 5 men up. They keep 5 back. So 3 people with a goal-scoring opportunity. It almost happened there.
That was a complaining about handball right there.
Molina had an honest opportunity there. And that's just a well-struck ball, but to no one in particular. But it was ricocheted out for another, is that a corner kick? Should be a corner kick, I do believe.
Good shot by Marcus Pereira on the free kick right there. He got the ball. Now he's there complaining to the ref about the handball, which many can agree that the ball hit on the hand, but we understand why he's complaining about it.
Ball out brings up a corner kick, brought to you as always by the Kelly Group at Morgan Stanley. Willie Tubbs and Pedro here, sitting in for Justin Whitkin tonight. Ordinarily, if you're at the match, you'll hear me just talking on mic for the house mic. But when called upon, I can do play-by-play and have done for many years and enjoy it. Here's the corner opportunity for Pensacola. Punched away by the keeper. That's Balog for Tallahassee. Another great save by him. He's made some big plays too tonight. Boateng comes out of his inherited position to his normal position of center back. Balin Young now has it, number 19 for Pensacola. Oh, only in the match for about 5 minutes, and he's trying to make something happen. He sends the ball to Hernandez. Give it to the fresh legs.
Like Mr. Tubbs said, we love having you guys here on the stream, but if you guys want to come here and support Pensacola FC live, come by to Ashton Brosnaham Park and enjoy.
It's a really affordable night out for a family. The concession prices, ticket prices, etc., are not at all unreasonable. I see World Cup tickets going for about $300 a pop. You won't have to spend anywhere near that.
Even more, even more.
We are at 1990s, early 2000s pricing for our tickets and our concessions. So please come on out. And there's usually themed nights. Tonight is actually Coastal Rush night, although we're going to redo that because Coastal Rush is out of town playing in a tournament in North Carolina, a prominent national tournament, in fact. And that's why our normal one-man wrecking crew, Justin Whitkin, is not here because 2 of his daughters are on that team. There's a foul by Tallahassee. Pensacola tries to take a quick touch and
I can see Marcus getting heated by the ref right now at this point.
The referee wants it back another few feet. Tollinger will have to take it now. The referee might be doing Pensacola a bit of a favor because the more of a slog this half becomes, the more pressure it gets on Tallahassee as they become more and more desperate to get the equalizer. Tollinger sends it deep.
But now with the
Finds the
switches,
head of-
we see Pensacola at least more with the ball, trying to create something. At the first 10
Tollinger
minutes of the
again.
first half, we saw Tallahassee with the entire time with the ball, Pensacola just defending. Now at least they're trying something, trying to create something to get closer to the goal and maybe get one more goal to have a bigger advantage.
That's right. Young has it. Balin Young. There's 2 Youngs on the field right now, Campbell and Balin. No relation to my knowledge. There's Pereira. Got it. Balin Young back on it.
Ooh,
Hernandez wide open. That's a cardable foul,
That's gonna
I would
be
say.
that can be a red card,
Yellow.
but yellow card is gonna be more appropriate.
And several Pensacola players are arguing that if that's a red card for us, it should be a red card for them. But also there are specific rules and things that keepers get penalized more harshly for, being way out of their box being one of them. So I'll sympathize with both sides in that argument, because I can see why Pensacola's players are unhappy, but it is a yellow card. It's a free kick, another opportunity.
I think thinking about what the refs thinking right now, the Tallahassee player was in the last man, and that's why I believe he gave the yellow card. If it was the only guy around there, he would definitely give the red card. That's what he should have been.
That's true.
But there was a guy right next to him, and that doesn't count as last man. That's why the yellow card.
Rough foul, but not a last man rough foul, which would have been the ejection red card. But a free kick for Pensacola nonetheless as we approach the 69th minute of play. Machado taking the most interest in this ball. He is
Machado very good on those free kicks. He scored a couple times this season for UWF, so let's see if he can get something there.
He tries it again. He's got it in there. He beat the wall, but not the keeper. Balog dove to his right to stop that ball from finding the bottom right-hand corner. Ball back in for Pensacola, but Tallahassee sends it out. Machado wins the ball back for Pensacola. Pelicans back in attack. Ball sent over to Balin Young on the right side. He cuts it into the left. Drifting away from the goal. Looking for an open window. Couldn't find one. There's about 6 guys from Tallahassee forming a impromptu wall to stop that.
Great interest by Bailey Young. Since he got in, the team is trying to do more plays. He's holding more the ball and giving more chance to Pensacola. Fortunately, that was a little bit
That was an offside, delayed offside call. Hernandez, a step or two, probably a half step ahead of where he was supposed to be. Number 10, Kamaldian was holding him onside.
Pensacola FC bench, probably complaining for the coach, and a yellow card for him.
Going to be a yellow card for the bench. We'd imagine that's for
complaining.
That's
assistant coach.
Assistant coach, not
yes.
Head coach. Well, those of you who have not had the pleasure of coming to the University of West Florida, recently converted to Division I. We're getting ready to go through. Same coaching staff for both men's and women's soccer teams. It's quite a fun setup that's always been this way. I say always. For at least a decade it's been this way at University of West Florida. The head coach, Bill Elliott, wonderful, long-tenured coach, very rarely speaks during the match, but Felipe Lawal, his assistant, who has a son playing on Pensacola FC, does all the talking, and in fact is very well known and beloved for the amount of shouting that he does. Tollinger kicks that out of bounds to send Tallahassee away wanting from a goal, but it does lead to a corner kick.
Good chance here for Tallahassee.
But to Felipe's credit, he doesn't get carded very often, if at all. He just yells at his own players mostly.
Yes, he basically gives a lot of instructions if I gotta be more nice.
And the opposite is true if you go to a women's game where Coach Bartlinski does all the yelling and the assistants do all the coaching and talking and and uplifting. So, but Coach Bartlinski will lay it into players, ball people, everyone who is not living up to his standard. Which, by the way, Coach Bartlinski is one of my dear friends, and he knows I'm joking if he's listening. But he will yell at a referee. He knows he will. he'll let them have it
He would.
if it's warranted. It's never undeserved.
And we have some
Collision. That's going to be we have a card or a penalty.
I don't think it's going to be
Definitely
a card.
foul on Campbell Young, and it's going to be a yellow card on Campbell Young.
Yeah, I told you, after these many fouls, now the ref's going to start handling yellow cards. Even if the foul is not even that much, he probably is going to give some red cards because the game's... And now at this point, with 20 minutes left, the game's going to really get heated. So we're probably going to see a lot of fouls, a lot of yellow cards, a lot of stopping. So get ready, fans, for this type of soccer now.
It's going to be where the heat, the humidity, the aches, the pains, the frustrations all start to boil over. And for the referee, too, he's had probably given an earful to most of these players several times already. And he's now instructing Pensacola where to put their wall. The Pelicans, there's Aaron Boateng, the fill-in keeper, normally a center back. He'll be challenged, but that ball...
Close shot.
By Hayden Fogel. Nice free kick opportunity and effort there, but it goes a little wide to the left, so goal kick as Boateng walks over to get the ball, and there's going to be a substitution for Tallahassee. Tallahassee might want to get some fresh legs in, too.
Yeah,
try to play their advantage up a little bit more as those defenders for Pensacola the night gets a little bit older. Those legs get a little bit tireder.
Yeah, having energy players makes a lot of difference. You saw with Bailey Young and Hernandez coming in, the game changed a lot. A lot of balls to them, and they just can't stop running.
Boateng sends it across midfield. Campbell Young jumped up rather for a header. But Kamaldian winds up with the ball at his feet to set up an attack for Tallahassee. And Tallahassee runs back into that deep set wall for Pensacola, or deep set block, really. And that ball by number 23, Volstein, goes high and left. Boateng again in no hurry, nor should he be.
Yeah,
Patiently goes and retrieves the ball, and it's going to set up his goal kick.
Now Pensacola job is to try to keep the ball with them and try to lose as much time as possible. Yeah. And Tallahassee, since they're not being able to send those through balls, trying out from long shots is the best chance they have.
Boateng sends the ball again. Warren wins the header this time. Ball still in play, bouncing among several players and up in the air. Molina sends the header to midfield, but the Tallahassee player, I believe that's Sanchez, who got to it.
Nice through ball.
Opportunity for Tallahassee. Bit of a misfire on that ball into the middle, and Pensacola wins it. Balin Young on a sprint. He's definitely onside here. He's just outrunning people. Kamaldian had to kick
Apparently
the ball.
the lineman is confused. Was waiting for the ref's decision.
It's going to be the hydration break, but I believe the throw-in was awarded to Tallahassee there.
And we saw from the last hydration break how Tallahassee came.
We've reached our second half hydration break.
Let's see how both teams are going to come back from this hydration break, which is more a tactical break at all.
In this half, it's a wonderful break for Pensacola, so they can get as much wind as possible, so the Pelicans can try to finish out the last 15-plus minutes of the match. Not a whole lot of stoppage time, at least by my calculation. I think between 3 and 4 minutes, perhaps.
We're loving the patient from the fans in the group chat,
Yes.
in the comments. It's really fun.
We enjoy the interaction.
We got some Tally fans, and we got some Pensacola fans.
There you go. We're all one big soccer family here. Hope everyone's enjoying watching the World Cup on their own, whoever you're rooting for. I find in America, everyone roots for Team USA, and they have their secondary team they root for.
Yes. If anyone wants to know, New Zealand and Egypt are playing right now, and New Zealanders are taking the win by 1-0.
There you go. I know of one very happy West Florida employee right now, former Argonaut men's basketball standout Connor Flanagan, now a grad assistant in our Department of Athletics, is a tried and true New Zealander. Tipsy tonight. I am a Southern Baptist. I do not drink. At least I would never admit to doing so. No, we're enjoying ourselves. If anything, we're 180 minutes into doing this. We called our women's match earlier and had a lot of fun doing that. If you didn't see that, it was a 7-1 win for the Pensacola senior women, Pelicans. Continue their 7 goals per game average.
Scored 49 goals in 7 matches.
Over the season, yes. And they picked up a 7-1 win in match 1 of this doubleheader here for Ashton Brosnaham. They were playing Gulf Coast United.
Yes.
And it was a pretty lopsided affair, as most of the matches, not all of the matches, but most of the matches that they've played this year have been for the women, senior women on the Pelicans side. Tallahassee seeking to set up an attack, but Balin Young was down there to turn it away, and now Machado, wow, a diving header by number 13, Fogel, actually sent the ball back toward his own goal, but Tallahassee was able to control it. Warren now has it, gives it to Almeida.
Ooh, good shot, good shot.
Got it to number 8.
Now we're going to see Tallahassee
Harrison
pushing.
Chapura, first time we've called his name tonight. Had a go, but the ball went just over the top of the crossbar.
And what an important interception from Machado there. If no, Tallahassee player would be 1v1 against Boateng, which he doesn't have experience with as a goalkeeper.
We want to avoid as many one-on-one opportunities with the Boateng, who is, again, normally the center back, but red card, rough play, last man foul by a starting keeper for Pensacola, Gabriel Mendoza, in the first half. Is why the Pelicans are playing man down and have their center back in goal, because no backup keeper available tonight for the Pelicans. But so far, Boateng has really acquitted himself well. We had a substitution for the Pelicans. We'll work out who just came on as soon as I can see who turns around. I believe that's Isaac Kamara who just came on. Kamara put on quite a show last year on the academy team. My goodness, he had some wonderful matches. Now he's playing with the senior men in a reserve role and doing a good job. Ball through. Tallahassee had an opportunity, but I believe that's going to be a foul. Free kick. A little bit of rough play. Nothing too bad, though. Nothing requiring a card or anything like that, but a foul. Simple foul by a Tallahassee player.
Now I'm going to waste a little time there, a little time here.
And we have a calf cramp. As I mentioned, you weren't here for the women's game. I am an expert of knowing what part of an anatomy is cramping, having suffered from various cramps my entire life because of my unwillingness to drink a sufficient amount of water, apparently. At least according to my wife.
And thanks a lot for all the supportive comments for here, the team, for the commentators, for the production team here. I want to thank all, even though it's not our mainly job. He's a professor. I'm a camera guy.
Hey, we have fun.
We're trying our best here. Thanks for the support, though.
I'm not just a professor. I used to do these types of things for a living, so I'm able to dust off the skills here and there, and it's a lot of fun being here. And Pedro's a wonderful partner, great color commentator, former player. Knows the game of soccer inside and out. Nice move there by Marcos Garcia. Keep that, sends it up. Really no one in a navy blue jersey down there to send it to. Still a good pass. Tollinger gives Garcia an opportunity. He streaks down the left side, but Amici was there. Back to Balog for Tallahassee, the keeper. Going to build from the outside. There's number 10, Kamaldian again. Very active on the defensive end for number 10. Who, as Pedro mentioned in the first half, unusual to see a number 10 back on defense. Usually that's an attacking player, but Kamaldian's definitely lived up to the mythos of the number 10 on any team. It's supposed to be a special player. And as a defender, he is special. Ball out for a goal kick. Boateng will again take his time. Still another 12-plus minutes, I'd imagine. 9 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go, rather, regulation. But we do have some stoppage time coming due to some injuries and the hydration break. But I don't think it'll be more than 5 minutes, certainly. Probably close to 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, first half was a little extra than I thought it could, but let's see how this second half is going to be. See a lot of players from Pensacola FC standing up there, kind of excited for the game to end. And
I'd imagine so. Handball by Tallahassee, unintentional, but it'll be a free kick for Pensacola FC. Kamara will take it. He's in no hurry, nor should he be. That wasn't Kamara. I take that back.
Oof.
I think that was Hernandez who kicked it to Kamara. I apologize. Ball back up the field. A little too high for Molina. But also too high for the Tallahassee player.
Goal kick.
Number 15, Schiaffini couldn't quite get up to that. It'd have been quite a jump for him anyway. But ball goes out to a goal kick.
Just remember, we got the goals were from Eep, right? Sai. And Brazilian goal for Tallahassee.
Yes.
What's his name? Luis or Felipe?
Felipe.
So shout out to any Brazilian peoples watching this stream right now.
Pensacola again with an opportunity. Here's Kamara. Isaac Kamara pushes upfield, looking for someone's boot. He had it to Pereira. Pereira tried to give it to Hernandez. Hernandez lost the ball on the bounce to a header by a Tallahassee player. I believe that was Joe Warren for Tallahassee. Now, number 23, Volstein again, very active off the bench for Tallahassee, and I think we've got a handball or something.
Really good effort by Kevin Tubb.
Might have been an offside and all that coming and going. Somebody for Tallahassee, I think, drifted offside into a threatening position, and that'll get you every time.
You haven't said much of his name, but Kevin is doing a really solid game.
Yes.
He's not giving space for Tallahassee attackers to send those through balls, so I want to shout out to him too.
Yeah, good job for him. Tallahassee again as we reach the 85th minute. Still 5 minutes to go in regulation plus stoppage. Plenty of time for an equalizer goal for Tallahassee, so Pensacola has to stay focused.
Ooh.
And here comes an opportunity.
Boateng on that touch.
Boateng punches it over the top.
I thought he touched it, but apparently the ref's calling goal kick.
If it's goal kick, then it was a heady play by Boateng to not, because he was on it. He was zeroed in.
I thought he touched it for a second, but
Left hand was going to punch it up and over the net, but apparently he saw that it was drifting too high and alertly just let it go. And that allows more time to be dripped off of this regulation by the Pelicans. Ball boy had given a ball right to where it needed to be, but Boateng had already gone get the original ball, and he thanked the ball boy and took his replaced it with his ball. Kamara tries to relay that ball forward. He does eventually with a kick. Gets down high, leaped by Amici for Tallahassee. Back to Kamara. Kamara again just battling with the entire midfield for Tallahassee. And it remains at midfield. There's Tollinger, sends it deeper, but out for a throw-in to Tallahassee. No subs at present. Amici back to Balog. Pressure on by Pereira. Out to midfield for Tallahassee. The Pelicans need to get back in a hurry to set up their defensive front. And they do. 7 men back.
Ooh, good.
Volstein tries again, couldn't quite get it. Pereira gets the loose ball, sends it deep up the middle. Hernandez has an opportunity if he can outrun Amici, but he could not. Amici had a about a 5-yard advantage on him, but Hernandez gave it a great effort. Balog now, the keeper for Tallahassee, sends it out to the left side. Setting up for an exciting finish here in Pensacola in the 850 Cup 2026, game 2 of 2. Teams tied at 1 point apiece because of a 1-1 tie in Tallahassee earlier this season. Right now, Pensacola up 2-1, playing man down with a non-keeper playing keeper, so anything's possible. Tollinger with a great header. Tollinger has had an amazing game coming off the bench and was the sub that was sent in.
That
It's
would
gonna
have
be a
been
corner
now.
kick.
Good effort by the Tallahassee player, was able to kick
win
the
it.
ball to the Pensacola FC player and get a corner kick.
Win the corner, and now there's going to be a late game substitution by Tallahassee. They send someone in, and he turns around, and I see his jersey number. I will tell you who this person is.
And we didn't see Cy Fonte coming back on field. Let's hope he's back or he's good and that he can come back as soon as possible. Pensacola also had some other injuries like Rodrigo, which is my friend, and Jonas too. Also are some of the injuries that I know that couldn't play today, but are here on the benches to watch and support the Pensacola FC.
Caleb Ellenstein is the new man in the match for Tallahassee. Number 11 just coming in. That corner kick goes wanting. Now comes the substitution on a throw-in to Tallahassee, but it's substituting
For Pensacola, no.
substitution for Pensacola.
No, after the...
I think they're...
Yes.
Yeah, this is definitely
Marcus coming
a
off.
time-wasting measure here by Garcia. Is not sprinting off the field by any means, but he is going, so he won't get in trouble for delay.
Yeah, it's normal in soccer, especially in rivalries like that. If you're winning, you're gonna try to lose as many time as possible,
Correct.
and because you're trying to win as no matter what. So losing this time is
Exactly.
a tactic that most teams
Now
use
we'll
to win.
see who came in for the Pelicans when he turns around. It's number
Was Campbell?
23.
Yeah,
It's
Campbell.
Felipe Lawal.
Felipe Lawal.
We mentioned his father, also named Felipe Lawal. Assistant coach, and Felipe, both Felipes are at West Florida now. The younger Felipe, and by the way, he's not a junior, so they're both Felipe Lawal.
Also played for UWF too.
Yes.
His son.
Father and son. Father used to play and was an All-American for us, and then now his son is a rising sophomore
One
on
of the
team.
best players UWF have ever had.
Yes.
I heard.
Yeah, Felipe lives in the elder Felipe lives in legend. Back up, nice punch by Boateng, but it goes to Volstein, who can't find an opening. Ellenstein sends it out to Copy, excuse me. Sanchez. Balin Young sent it, but it didn't quite get away from danger because it hit his own player. Volstein has a go, but it goes wide left.
Very impressed with this number 23 player. Very impressed with this 23 player. Even though he's very tall, we can see he has good technique, which is not used for those big players.
And right as Volstein set that ball wide left, Boateng sets up a goal kick, and we're in stoppage time. 5-minute stoppage time is being signaled. 5 minutes, that's a lot by the referee, but it's his time, not mine.
5 minutes extra.
Yeah, apparently he signaled 5, but I might have misread that. He might have said, I want a high five from Dr. Tubbs. I don't know. I think he signaled 5 with his hand. But also, I'm old and my eyes don't work as well as they used to, so he could have signaled 55 for all I know. Tallahassee still with time to make some real attacks. Great tackle by Kendrick Hernandez. Take that ball away from Volstein, but he gets it right back. Volstein sends it in. Boateng collects it and falls forward.
Luckily for Pensacola FC,
Big boot.
Boateng didn't have to work as much.
Yeah,
which
Boateng so far. He curls that one out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Tallahassee. Still plenty of time. First half is an indication. The Referee on the pitch tonight is very thorough when it comes to giving the full 45 minutes of opportunity to both teams. I don't know that the stalling might not work as well as you want it to. Now everyone's coming up. Balog well out of off his line.
Ooh.
Bad pass by Tallahassee, but players able to get over there and salvage it.
Now we see everyone from Pensacola FC behind the line. Trying to.
Pensacola is in full, pure defensive mode right now.
And still they had a player by himself heading the ball. This cannot happen. Yeah. And that was a missed opportunity for Tallahassee, even though the crossing wasn't as good.
Ball went landed on top of the goal. That doesn't count. So still 2-1. Boateng with some urgency here that he probably doesn't have to display. Set your people up. There you go. Now he's ready. He sends it. Boateng gets it about to midfield, trying to find Pereira. Pereira got pushed in the back and lost the ball to Warren. Warren's a tall guy, great at winning balls on headers. He's done that all evening. Great center back play. Ball out. Should be a throw-in for the Pelicans as they try to set themselves up. And
now we see Tallahassee stepping up, trying to recover this ball as soon as possible too.
Kamara doing everything he can to be nice and deliberate about getting this throw in. He aims for Lawal. Lawal heads it down pitch, but it winds up at the foot of the Tallahassee player. Someone has to go from Tallahassee. Almost a very dangerous look there. Kamara heads it away from heads it away to Lawal, who heads it even farther away from the goal.
Now at this last meeting, we're going to see a lot of players from Tallahassee in the box and a lot of crossings from them. See if they can find something.
Right. Yeah. Hernandez pressing up against Amici, who has to surrender the ball to the keeper. That's Balog. Sends it to number 13, Vogel. Vogel looking for something.
Boateng.
Oh, that's going to be a cardable offense by somebody who ran over our keeper. I believe that's Volstein who ran into Boateng. Boateng played that with his feet. We mentioned that's one strength a person who doesn't normally play keeper would have, is he's not going to panic with the ball coming to his feet, and he sent it forward. Beautiful kick, but Volstein, I don't think there was any intent there. He just ran right into him. That might have actually been Chapura, not Volstein. I apologize. They're both tall gentlemen for Tallahassee.
Yeah, I think that was Harrison. Yeah,
there we
Harrison Chapura.
Chapura who ran into, and again, no intent there. And here's Boateng with the free kick, sends it deep down the field. Header by Lawal, but it goes to Amici.
Now Tallahassee going for what can be one of their last tries.
You would think so.
It depends on the ref.
It does.
It's going to reach the 5 minutes in about 20 seconds, so it can be one of the last plays right there.
Yeah. And here's a nice throw-in by Tallahassee. Lawal heads it away for a corner.
Yeah, this type of throw-ins became very common in soccer. We could see Arsenal, which was the Prem champions of this year. They scored a lot of goals in those, what is it called again? The
set pieces.
Set pieces and free throws.
They're legendarily good at set pieces and throw-ins. At this point, if you're Pensacola, even if you're surrendering a corner, just keep the ball out.
And we see the keeper in there. He might score. And they did score. The keeper went and
that's a goal.
I have no comments in that.
I don't know that the keeper Balog actually scored that, but
the keeper had the ball for one of the players to
set it up.
He set it up. He basically gave the assist.
In the dying embers of the game, Tallahassee pulls out a tie
at the last minute.
At the last moment,
with the keeper having an important part on that, setting an assist to the players for the goal.
All things considered, I think Pensacola can still be happy with the tie here because really playing without a keeper and using your center back as your keeper, that's about as well as you can hope for that to come out. And really, it wasn't Boateng's fault. He made a great diving save.
Great sacrifice from Pensacola FC. They defended the whole time. Players like Marcus, Chante, Even though they're very creative players, they came back, defended, didn't complain, and still did a good job. Unfortunately, the goal came on the last minute. Fortunately for Tallahassee, with an important role of the keeper.
As you see in the background of your graphic, the players are shaking hands. Don't ask me how to do the calculation on who wins what trophy tonight.
No PKs today, guys. No PKs today.
No PKs.
The A5 vote would count if anyone either won the first game or this game. I don't know how they want to deal with that. But even though
just saw it in half and we each take it home.
Yes.
We'll weld it back together next year. All right, kid. Thank you, folks, for joining us. Fans, the stream. What a great group of fans we've had tonight.
Thank you so much for all the positive comments in there. Thanks for everyone supporting us, watching this stream.
For Jada Lett and Pedro, this is Dr. Willie R. Tubbs. I'll use my full title before I sign off one time. This is Willie Tubbs, Pedro, Jada, signing off from Ashton Brosnaham Field. We'll see you next time,
Thanks so much,
fans.
guys. Come by next games.